With summer around the corner, the typical fertilizer price reset may not happen this year. Major exporters are pulling back, buyers are paying up, and U.S. values are already starting to slide, but not where you might expect. We'll break down why phosphates staying firm, what's dragging urea lower, and which products might still be due for a summer correction. I'm Johanna Bota, and with us today is StoneX's Vice President of Fertilizer, Josh Linville. Welcome, Josh. Let's start with global phosphate markets. Is there a summer reset in sight?
Usually I'm pretty long in my answers. I'm going to make this one short. Unfortunately, right now, it does not look like it. No is the answer. A big part of that is China. We're finally starting to find out their export programs. The government still has some details they need to share, but everybody's kind of circled around the idea that 4 million tons is the number that's going to be exported. That may seem like a big number, but when you're looking at a country that normally exports 9 to 10 million, that's a massive loss of tonnage.
And what's happening in India right now? Where are they settling on that?
India continues to buy. The Indian government has struggled with phosphates. Stockpiles have been on the lower side. They've been basically being forced to buy. In the world, knowing that supplies are tight and knowing that India needs to buy is basically, I don't want to say taking advantage of it, but India, every time they buy, the price goes up. If you go back to March, they were purchasing DAP in the 640s delivered. Just this week, 750s. So over a few very short months, the price is up over $100 a ton.
But they were also saying they weren't going to spend that much. Remember our conversation? They were cutting it off at
Yep.
that. So that's
I was going to say they stuck to that program for about 2 days, I think it was. They said, we're not going to support anything above 675. And I think they came to the reality that, unfortunately, that is where the market is. And they gave that up and said, okay, we've got to have the product. We don't have a choice here. Keep bringing it. We will subsidize it. We need the product.
Well, let's move on to urea now, which seems to have taken a dive, down $70 in just a week at NOLA. Can you tell us what's happening there?
Yeah, the NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana urea barge market, down $70 a ton for one single week. That sounds exciting. That sounds promising for farmers. The unfortunate part is it had rallied about the same price the week before. So this whole spring for North America has been, I believe, early. Planting has been going very well. Everybody you talk to on the retail sector say progress is just going phenomenally. No breaks, no big rains until last night, that is. But everybody had been able to get out there and get everything done. Well, that draws the entire spring season forward. The market wasn't prepared for it because you don't plan on that early of a spring because it takes everything coming together for that to happen. This year it did. So everything front end got really pinched from a supply point. That drove the price up. Now all of a sudden it feels to us as though, number one, peak demand for spring is already past us as far as buying goes. And it does feel like some vessels are starting to show up in the Gulf. So we've got kind of a two-deal situation dragging those prices down just as quick as they went up. It was expected, but trying to figure out the exact day it happens is always very difficult.
So now production pressures, global politics, and tariffs are all lining up to reshape what farmers pay and what they can afford. Are there any summer price reset expectations on the table for any products? And if so, which ones?
We're still hopeful we're going to see urea prices further down. Unfortunately, we don't believe they're going to get quite to the lows we saw last summer, but we think there's some more weakness that's left in those marketplaces, which is going to help drag down the entire nitrogen complex. The other one that we're watching very closely is potash. That's been the bright spot of the fertilizer world. Out of all of the products out there, phosphate is very tight. Nitrogen's had a lot of problems. Potash continues to feel to us as though it's very well supplied globally, and there's more production coming. So much so that it's outpacing the global demand growth that we see over the next few years. So we think that there's going to be a little bit of a reset on the potash market. It just is not going to be tremendous. We're not talking triple digits, but just enough to entice the market to be like, hey, let's go ahead and start taking some players. Let's go ahead and start getting this product to come in. So those are the two that we're watching the most closely.
Got it. Thank you, Josh. And thank you for watching. For more financial content like this, please like and subscribe to our channel.